Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be following Tiffany Young's 18-step beauty routine video that was uploaded onto the Vogue YouTube channel. Well, when I first saw the video, I thought it would be a really fun idea to try to follow along with her routine. So I was super curious as to what products she was using because, hello, it's Tiffany Young. In fact, I was watching the video in class. Instead of taking notes over my professor's lecture, I was literally taking notes of the products she was using as well as the prices. I think everything came out to around $400. I'll put the total somewhere like in the screen or like probably in the title. I did have to order the majority of the products from Asia. Some stuff did come really quickly and then some took way longer. And this video isn't necessarily a true first impression video just because I have tried some of the products already because I was impatient, waiting for the other items to arrive. So yeah, without further ado, if you want to see me try to follow Tiffany's beauty routine, then keep on watching. I think I'm gonna put Tiffany like right here. I'm gonna be using headphones because I don't even want to bother trying to attempt to sync the video and editing, so yeah.
My beauty routine with you. Literally cover.
Okay, first of all, cover what? I put on makeup to look like her without makeup on.
I recently just went blonde.
Okay, by the way, I'm pretty sure you guys could tell already by my poor skills, but this is a wig. I did not dye my hair blonde.
4 days in a row, 6 hours each.
So you heard it from Tiffany, like as pretty as I think blonde looks on like a lot of Asian people, it is expensive, time consuming, and a commitment because you have to get like your roots touched up all the time, and the only things I'm committed to in my life are food and sleep. Tried really hard to like install this wig and make it look somewhat decent. Don't drag me in the comments.
To get this mother of dragons.
It's a Game of Thrones reference, isn't it? Khaleesi, I think. She has like blonde hair. I've never seen the show actually, but I want to because everyone loves it.
Most famous thing about K-beauty would probably be face masks. My favorite product would be this right now.
This is the mask she's using. It's the Cure, the all-in-one facial. So this bad boy was $29, but it is a single-use mask. The box is very nice. You get like a little pamphlet, and then this is what comes inside. This claims to be anti-aging, clarifying, lifting, firming, brightening, contouring, pore tightening, and even skin tone. This is literally science, which I hated. I like this packaging already. Some contact lens bottles come with this and it's very annoying to open. I almost like cut myself on the middle. And this thing, so you open it like partially, you pour all of it. Why is this not coming out? Okay. I think there's like an air bubble or something. Okay. You're supposed to shake it for 20 seconds. I have no idea if I shook it properly. Oh wow, actually turned into a gel. I should probably put my hair back, right? Yeah. This doesn't really smell like anything. It has a nice cooling sensation. So I covered my whole face, but I actually have a lot left over. I don't know if I can like put this in the fridge and save it for another use. Like I already covered my whole face and there's like extra product in here. I don't want to waste it, so
A few moments later.
I literally look like I've been watched. I look like when you use Facetune for the first time. I look like Miss Piggy. I have 1 minute left, by the way, but I want to show you guys this. Hopefully you can see it on camera, but my skin literally looks drier than my phone notifications. I have 1 more minute and then I can finally rinse this off my face. Okay, so I'm back. I rinsed the mask off and I feel like my skin can finally breathe again. I did go ahead and like reinstall my wig just because like the water loosened up the glue and everything. You can definitely still see like my black hair underneath, but we're just gonna ignore that, guys. It's gonna cover it up like all my other problems. All jokes aside, honestly speaking, my skin looks really snatched. And my dumbass forgot to like film a before and after shot so you guys could see. You guys had to like trust me and go off of my words. So the first thing I noticed was my smile lines. They look so much softer. I'm not even like self-conscious about my smile lines in the first place. Like I never really pay attention to them. My pores also do look smaller. My skin feels smoother. My skin also looks more radiant. The only thing I wouldn't really say it helped me on was my pimples and like acne scars and hyperpigmentation. I feel like they look about the same, to be honest. But overall, I have to say this mask does work, which I am honestly kind of conflicted because like I spent $29 on it, so obviously it better work, but also I don't want to be tempted to spend $29 again on a single-use mask. To me, this is definitely like a special occasion kind of thing, unless you have a lot of money. I think it's kind of funny because like on the box it says you should use this once or twice a week, which I feel like at that price point you might as well just pay for like Botox and fillers or whatever. As someone who's trying to be a bit more environmentally conscious, I do feel like this is a little wasteful. There is like a lot of excess packaging, especially because it is a single-use product. So I'll definitely try to like repurpose this box because I think it's really nice. Like I could definitely use this as a gift box or something. So overall, I definitely recommend trying it of like fine lines and like wrinkles are like one of your bigger like skin concerns. However, if you're younger and you really don't have like wrinkles and stuff, I mentioned the product earlier, but I would recommend the Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay Mask or whatever it's called. The mask is pretty similar, like you have to mix it as well, and it has like a very similar sensation where it has a, like pulsating feeling because it's like drawing out impurities, and it does like shrink your face and make your face look kind of warped. I will say though that that one, in my opinion, is a bit more uncomfortable and itchy feeling. And it leaves your face like bright red after you use it, like I talked to my crush or something. It works really well if like acne, like clogged pores are like your main skin concern. And also it is easier on your wallet and a little friendlier to our dying planet.
This is a Firming Energy Serum Fermented Soybean. Tie-on Padu.
So this is the Innisfree Soybean Energy Essence. I was kind of surprised like how expensive this was. I think it was like $30 something. I don't know if it's like cheaper in Korea. That's definitely, I feel like, the price of like high-end skincare. I think Innisfree is a road shop brand. I'm guessing like their skincare might be a bit more expensive though. So reading the box, the main two skincare concerns this product targets is wrinkle care and whitening care. In terms of wrinkles, for me it's more about like prevention rather than like treatment because I don't really have like super prominent wrinkles right now. In terms of whitening, I do have like a couple acne scars and stuff, but I've only been using this product for like 2 weeks, so I don't think that's enough time to see if there's like a difference. This is called Fermented Soybean, so I thought it was gonna like smell, but it doesn't really smell like anything. I would say it's kind of like a lightweight hydrating toner. It provides like nice hydration without being like too heavy. It doesn't break me out, that's one thing. But again, I just had to use this one. The thing with skincare is I feel like you have to be really patient when it comes to results. So I guess I'll update you guys so far. But yeah, I like it so far.
This is also a very cool Korean
This is also by Innisfree. It is the Jeju Lava Seawater Eye Serum. This product was also kind of up there in price. So basically you just press it down and then product comes out.
And what I liked about this one is that you can...
Now again, I've been using this for like 2 weeks now. I don't have eye wrinkles right now, so I can't really speak on that aspect, but it does provide really nice hydration. And I do like this metal applicator. It does feel really nice in the morning. And it also does not give me milia, which are those like tiny bumps underneath your eyes, so that's nice. Otherwise, I'm not like the best person to like speak about its anti-aging properties. So I was looking at the Vogue website and they said that Tiffany used the Innisfree Green Tea Seed Serum, which I have a little sample of. But looking at the video, it didn't show her using it. So I don't know if that was like a mistake on Vogue's part or if they just like edited it out. I'm gonna use it anyways just because I have a sample of it. So right off the bat, this is definitely a lot thinner than the soybean essence, which I probably should have applied it before the soybean essence. Because I think the general with skincare is you want to go from like thinnest to thickest. It does feel, I guess, like silkier than the soybean essence. And it does smell like green tea, which is a bonus. Like, this is like my first time using it, so it isn't very helpful for you guys at home. It says it will deliver abundant moisture and nourishment deep into your skin. It's feel moisturizing, I will say that.
I think using a base is very, very important. Pour this out like this. The Glow On Oil.
Okay, now for primer, Tiffany mixed two products. So she used the RMK Creamy Polished Base And then the Etude House Glow On Oil Volume Base. RMK is like a high-end Japanese brand, and it was honestly kind of hard to find online. And I like googled this brand. A lot of like high-end department stores used to carry it, but they don't anymore. I'll link down the website that I found it on. I got the shade number 2 because it was like $5 cheaper than shade number 1, but that turned out to be a mistake because even though this doesn't appear like dark at all in the bottle, this is darker than my skin tone. Like, thankfully this product isn't like too pigmented or anything, so it doesn't look like super off. But Tiffany definitely used shade number 1 in the video, which I have a feeling gives like a brightening effect. I did try this primer by itself, like not mixing it with the Etude House one, and honestly I don't really feel like it does much. It doesn't blur my pores. I didn't feel like it made my makeup last longer. I wouldn't really recommend this one, to be honest. Maybe shade number 1 is different, but I will say I do actually really like the Etude House one. It has these like gold pearls suspended in it, so it provides this like nice warm shimmer to your face. There's not like any huge chunks of glitter, and I'm not really one to like gravitate towards oil primers because I always like had this preconceived notion that like it's oil, it's gonna make your foundation break down faster, but it actually doesn't. It absorbs super fast into the skin and it makes applying your foundation a lot smoother. And I also noticed Tiffany didn't use a moisturizer, which again, I don't know if like the Vogue editors like cut that out or she like didn't use it that day, but I feel like this does double up nicely as like a moisturizer and a primer.
This is my favorite foundation.
So this is the RMK foundation, same brand as the primer. This foundation is pretty pricey as well. I also did kind of mess up on the shade again, and in my defense, I'm just so used to like Korean complexion products being so pale that I thought like Japanese products might be the same, but I guess not. This foundation is just like a little tad bit dark. I do like my foundation is just a tiny bit lighter because my neck is like really light and most foundations tend to oxidize on me. All that being said, I actually really love this foundation. It makes your skin look so incredibly smooth. The time I wore this, like I was so shocked because like my skin has never looked that smooth in my whole life. So I'm really tempted to like just go and repurchase the lighter shade, but then I also have like a shit ton of foundation I need to go through. And also I was browsing through Instagram the other day and apparently Jeju from Blackpink also uses this foundation. It is a really bomb foundation.
I'm using a beauty blender and I use it wet because I feel like it gets it in more evenly and well seeped into your skin versus it just kind of laying on your face. I went to Korea to be a K-pop star at 15.
Literally when I was 15, like I had no idea what I was doing with my life, and I still don't. But yeah, that's like crazy, you know?
And I started with Girls' Generation when I was 17. So I started putting on makeup at 17. And I also had amazing people who were putting it on for me.
By the way, so I remember Girls' Generation's makeup artist, like she started a YouTube channel. Her videos were like super helpful, and I went to search for her channel a while back and I can't find it anymore. If anyone knows what happened, like please comment below. Go back to the foundation. I would say it's definitely a more kind of like high medium coverage. It's not really full coverage. It does have pretty good lasting power, but it's not like Estee Lauder Double Wear lasting power. It does provide like a satin matte finish, but because I have the Etude House primer underneath, my skin does appear a bit more glowy. And you can see like my big pimple right here. The foundation didn't really cover it, so I'll have to go in with another layer or concealer. I hate applying foundation to my neck. Like it feels like I'm punching myself in the throat.
To use because it's about building.
And this is the Buxom Powerplump lip balm. So when I was reading reviews on this online, they weren't the most positive, but actually trying it on my lips, I would say it gives like a very subtle pumping effect. It's nothing crazy or over the top. It does, you know, provide like light moisturization. Color is big O, by the way.
I'm sorry, all my products are so messy. You get it.
So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer. I got the shade number 4 Fair. I would say this is pretty much the same shade as the foundation. And in retrospect, I should have probably gone with like shade 3 or 2 even. In terms of the concealer, it is, again, kind of pricey. Charlotte Tilbury is definitely a luxury beauty line. This is a very like natural looking concealer. I've actually been using this on days when I'm really lazy. I'll just like slap on some concealer. I would say it's like a very high medium coverage, and it really doesn't look like you have concealer on, and I don't have any issues with like creasing. I do really like this concealer actually. Definitely more for like natural days.
The next thing I would use to set is this powder. Oh, this is my favorite. It smells so good.
This is the IPKN Perfume Powder Pack. I believe Tiffany modeled for this brand. When I was browsing a bunch of online stores, it seems to me as if IPKN redesigned the packaging, but I did manage to find an eBay seller who was like still selling the old packaging. This is the 21 Moist version. Also came with like an extra primer or whatever, so I guess that's kind of nice. And it has a really nice sized mirror, and what I really like, it has like this like plastic compartment, kind of like how a lot of like cushions do, which I actually really like because I have long nails right now, totally inspired by Tiffany's nails in the videos. I thought they were super pretty. A lot of times I like dig my nails into the powder and it kind of like ruins everything. Using this as like my touch-up powder, and it's a great product. First of all, I dropped this twice. I dropped it like really hard and it has not shattered, so that is great. With powder packs, you usually like carry them in your purse or whatever for touch-ups, and I've had like a couple powders that like completely shattered and just like make a huge mess in your purse, but I really like this one for that reason. This puff is this like nice like spongy material. I'm gonna go ahead and use a brush just because that's what I prefer.
And it sets in very well. I don't like too much powder. I just
it smells like rich, successful old woman perfume.
Might get creases over the day. I will go straight into my brows. They are all Asian beauty products as well. I know, everyone's like, you really use all these for your brows? Yes. And for me, I'm not into like it's a trend in Korea where it's just like straight brows, and then I'm not into the overarched brows. I'm into what fits and frames your face. Skinny brown pencil, 깊은 밤 espresso. That means dark night espresso, midnight espresso.
That's gonna be
I mean, it makes sense in Korean, but you know what I mean. So what I do, I don't really draw a butt.
So this is the Innisfree Skinny Brow Pencil. This is kind of like a common theme throughout the video. A lot of the products Tiffany's using either have been like discontinued or the brand has updated the packaging, which I think just goes to show you that like she actually genuinely uses these products and she really likes them. Yeah, the packaging is now all black. I have the other Innisfree brow pencil, the one that's like shaped like a sword, and it has the all white packaging, but this one is like a skinny brow pencil like Anastasia Brow is. So she said she likes to start at the bottom. You guys know at this point, like, I'm not that great at doing my eyebrows.
I fill in from the bottom. I know some ladies, you can relate to me. There's all these empty spots.
That's true. My tail is a lot more sparse.
A little longer, and make sure start drawing in the front.
My eyebrow tails grow in different angles, so it's really hard to like make my eyebrows even. So as I was editing, I realized I was like too distracted on doing my eyebrows, so I didn't really talk about the product, so I will now. To me, the Innisfree Skinny Brow Pencil is the closest dupe to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. If you compare the ingredients list, they are very similar. Pretty much the same in terms of like pigmentation, creaminess, and lasting power. I also do happen to have a couple other skinny brow pencils such as the Etude House one and Holika, and in my opinion the Innisfree one is the closest to the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. And with the Shu Uemura hard brow pencil, this is like a staple with Asian makeup artists. It doesn't come sharpened like this, like you have to manually sharpen it. You can go to a Shu Uemura counter and they will sharpen it for you like that. But they don't have any Shu Uemura counters in the US. Just use an X-Acto knife and watch tutorials on YouTube. I kind of failed a couple times, which is now why this pencil is so short. And the interesting thing about this one, even though it is a hard pencil, it has a very soft finish. I definitely recommend this one if you're going for a more natural look or if you have full brow. The cool thing about this one is you don't have to sharpen it as much as you would traditional pencils, and it lasts you a super long time. Now lastly, she uses the Kate brow powder, so I'm just gonna mix like these two shades. I do like how this comes with a mirror. And I'm just gonna like sweep this all over the brow, just like darken them up a tiny bit without going overboard. Okay, so I just filmed the blush part, but I looked back on my camera and it said the file might be corrupted, so Okay, so just in case I can't recover the footage, I'll just show you guys what she did. She basically did like a blush gradient. So she started off with the Etude House Lovely Cookie Blusher. This is super affordable. I picked up the shade Pink Brownie. To me, it looks like the closest match. And then she used a 3CE blush, which I swear every Korean beauty blogger is trying to get on the damn 3CE PR list, which I don't blame them because I am too, sis. But yeah, this one is a matte blush and it's a bit lighter than the Etude House one, and the Etude House one has a tiniest bit of like glitter in it. And then this Innisfree blush, which it was actually kind of hard to find, so I just ended up ordering it directly off the Innisfree US website, which is a little more expensive, but the shipping was pretty fast. And I just put this right in the center.
Next comes this is my favorite one. Almost looks like Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon.
So this is the Too Faced Love Light highlighter. I got this in the shade Ray of Light, which is like a rose gold color. And yes, the packaging is very cute.
Let me put it on the arch. Notice how I'm not going like
Going back to Sailor Moon, I actually did watch the show when I was little. I really don't remember like
I won't wash it.
Anything about the show, to be honest. I remember like obviously the iconic transformation scene. I just realized I'm applying a Too Faced highlighter with a Jeffree Star brush. That's a little spicier. It's not like the most natural highlight in the world just because it has like glitter in it, but it is pretty cute.
Now it's very, very important to choose your bronzer. Oftentimes I use a matte one.
One she was holding up was the Etude House Face Corset, which is discontinued. But I low-key got catfished because when it came in the mail, like the packaging looked different from the picture online. And I just say, this is one of my favorite contour shades. This is like the perfect shade for my skin tone. She also mentioned the Laura Mercier Candlelight Glow Powder. Now I do own this powder already, but I own the shade number 1, which is the lightest shade. I actually use this as like a finishing powder to give a nice glow. I think Tiffany was probably using like shade 3 or darker as a bronzer, and this product is kind of expensive, so I opted for the Etude House one to be a great choice because this is an amazing product. I'm only going to contour the sides just because when you put a wig on, like it's going to make your forehead look a little shorter than it is naturally, so that's why I'm only contouring the perimeter, not the top.
Oh yeah, I can tell now. It's not about here, ladies.
Contour that double chin.
And it creates that definition between your jawline and your...
So the eyeshadow quad she's using is from Majolica Majorica. This is the Jeweling Eyes Quad and RD784. So Shiseido doesn't make this anymore. They do make eyeshadows, but they don't make this exact quad anymore. So I ordered it from, I think, Alpha Beauty, which the shipping on that website was amazing. There's literally only like 2 left of these and I ordered one of them. That being said, like Japanese eyeshadows and just like Asian eyeshadows in general tend to be a bit on the sheerer side. You know, that is like their preference. To be honest, this reminds me of like drugstore quality, like Maybelline, CoverGirl, a L'Oreal moment or something. And I personally prefer like more pigmented shadows, although I would definitely use something like this for like school or like work or something. This does blend really nicely.
This is a shade darker.
This is like the one part where I messed up. I forgot to pick up that eyeshadow. I'm not sure what brand it was. Some people were saying it was like a MAC eyeshadow. I don't know. So I'm gonna cheat y'all and use this Jaclyn Hill palette, which she said the eyeshadow she was using was basically like a darker version of it. So I'm gonna take Sissy, which is basically like a slightly darker version of that pink color from the Shiseido palette. And she says she likes applying it like eyeliner.
That kind of thing.
And then she uses this Etude House eyeshadow single or a MAC one. But I went with the Etude House one just because it's a lot cheaper than MAC.
Another trick we do is we fill in right here.
So for me, I have tried the like inner corner trick, but for me, because I have really watery eyes, it ends up making it look like I have like black tears or something. Oh, again, this Etude House single is definitely a bit on the softer side, which is like obviously the look Tiffany's going for. But it's quite nice and it was really affordable.
I like to curl my eyelashes all the time. That's why I probably get a lift every now and then. What's important is that it's centered. Most people just grab it like this, as you can see, but it needs to be tilted toward its center. And voila. There we go. This is a regular wand, and this is the micro wand.
So Tiffany uses a total of 3 different mascaras. But honestly, I mix mascaras all the time. So she uses the Innisfree Skinny Microcara, the Innisfree Skinny Microcara Zero, and then the Benefit Roller Lash. I think she might have even used a 4th one, but I don't know which one it was. Out of these 3, my favorite is definitely the Innisfree Zero Microcara. For me, my lashes are very straight and hard to curl, and being able to hold a curl is like the #1 trait I look for in a mascara. Even if mascara makes your lashes look beautiful, if they're not curled, no one's gonna notice. The Roller Lash, a lot of people love this mascara and a lot of people say it does a great job holding curl, but for me it doesn't. Like my curl still does kind of droop a bit with this mascara, so it does make your lashes look really nice and feathery though. Same with the Innisfree like regular skinny mascara. It does make your lashes look really nice and I like how tiny the brush is, but again, like my curl still does droop with this one. The Zero one, I feel like this is the most dramatic mascara out of the 3, and this one also holds the curl the best out of the 3. I know Tiffany, she started with this mascara first, but I'm gonna start with this one because this one holds the curl best, so I'm gonna use this one as the base, which will support the other 2 mascaras that don't necessarily hold a curl as well.
What I feel like is that you start from the base and you fan it out. The real mascara.
Maybe I should like zoom in, right? So you can like see what I'm doing with my eyes. Yeah, big fail on my part. Out of all the products Tiffany used throughout this video, the majority of them was from Innisfree, which I think part of it has to do with because I think Yuna's the face of Innisfree, right? So far from what I've tried, Innisfree products are pretty good. So I guess apply a bit of the skinny one. The regular one, I feel like this one it's definitely a bit more natural looking than the Zero mascara. But I'm just gonna layer a bit of it on top just to stay true to the video. Go with the Benefit Roller Lash, which this one has like the regular sized brush. And then I'm gonna seal everything in with the Zero mascara. I really like this tiny brush because a lot of times with mascara I tend to like get it on my eyelid. Honestly, on most days I don't care, but when I spend a lot of time on my eyeshadow and then I get mascara on my eyelids, that is another story. I'm also gonna apply this to my bottom lashes. I'm gonna give my lashes one last curl. You should do this when your lashes have completely dry, by the way, because if you do it when they're still wet, then it's not cute.
And now the lips.
Okay, so this is the Espoir Color Conic Velvet Tint Lacquer. This is from one of the limited edition lines. I think it was called like the Youth Collection. And now I picked the shade Temper. One, because that was like literally the only shade left. Because again, this is from a limited edition collection.
I'm so excited. Every time I hear lips, I'm excited to go on tour.
Lips on Lips is definitely like my favorite song from Tiffany. I'm really happy for her. She won like Breakout Artist in the iHeart Music Radio Awards, so that's pretty awesome. Back to the lips. So because I have like long nails, I'm gonna use a Q-tip instead to spread this out. These Espoir tints are pretty nice, although I feel like pretty much every Korean brand at this point has their own version of a matte velvet like lip tint. In my opinion, it's low-key just like all the other ones. Which isn't bad because like they're all really good. That's honestly how I feel about like a lot of Korean brands. I feel like they all make very similar products, but they're all like good quality. Okay, I'm just gonna lastly apply a bit more towards the center. This is pretty much it for the makeup look. Overall, I love it. I really like how like the subtle pink eyeshadow really like goes with the blush. I like the kind of dark rosy lips. Overall, I pretty much loved like all the products she used except for a couple, and I'll mention them right now. The first one is the RMK Creamy Polish Base. Again, I feel like this is pretty expensive. I personally didn't really see a difference with this primer. I tested this by itself with other foundations, and I don't feel like it made a huge difference. And also, it's kind of expensive. Again, I will acknowledge the fact that I ordered the wrong shade. So maybe if I got shade number 1, I would like this product better. And really the only other 2 products I didn't really care for was the Benefit Roller Lash. This mascara does make your lashes look really nice and fluttery, but it doesn't hold a curl for me. And same with the Innisfree Skinny Micro Cara. This, in my opinion, compared to the Benefit Roller Lash, it makes your lashes look a bit more defined. But same issue, it doesn't hold a curl very well. Okay, now I'm going to recommend my top 3 products that she used throughout the video, and it's pretty hard to pick just 3 because, again, I really like everything she used aside from what I just talked about earlier. So my first one would be the RMK foundation. I'm like obsessed with how this makes my skin look. It is really beautiful. The only downside, I guess, it is expensive, and 2, I mean, it is an Asian brand, so like the shade range isn't pretty small. The second product I love is the Etude House Face Color Shading. Again, I think this is the shade number 3. This to me is like the perfect contour color for my skin tone. Blends really well. This is like hella affordable, so I absolutely love this. And then honestly my last favorite would be the Shu Uemura Brow Pencil. In fact, I bought 2 other colors. This is how long it is, FYI. I like these because I prefer like the angled shape when it comes to brow pencils because I think it's a lot easier to do your brows, especially for me because I wake up late most of the time, so I don't really have a lot of time to do my makeup on most days. Super natural looking, and even though it is a more expensive brow pencil, considering like how tall this pencil is, this will last you a very long time. And I've seen a lot of like Asian makeup artists use this brow pencil, and there's a reason why. Some honorable mentions would definitely be the IPKN powder. I really absolutely love the packaging. The mirror is great. And I like this little like plastic window and how durable it is. And also it's a pretty good powder. It doesn't like accentuate any like dryness I have. And it does mattify me quite well, especially because I live in Texas. And literally, as I'm filming this video, I'm like sweating through my wig. It is hot as heck in here. I also really like the Laura Mercier Candlelight powder. This is like a slightly cheaper version of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders. Just provides like a really nice natural glow to the skin. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Lastly, I just wanted to show you guys, ooh, let me zoom in. I think black hair looks just as good with this makeup, but I just wanted to, you know, have a little like blonde fantasy moment. My wig's like literally right there. I personally prefer black hair, but let me guys know in the comments which one you prefer, black or blonde. So yeah, this is now the real goodbye. Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully I'll be a bit more consistent with my upload schedule. I know I haven't uploaded in almost a year, school and my part-time job, but yeah, it feels good to be back.